Hello and welcome to another ConnectedMinds.ai podcast. Today I am going to talk about how a person suffering from depression feels and things that would help you better understand them and know how to be there for them. Let's begin. As we all know, depression is one of the most common mental health conditions in the world. So understanding it has major consequences for a large number of people. But depression is surprisingly complicated. Low energy and sleeping problems are some of the most common symptoms. But people with depression experience different symptoms, with different levels of severity, at different times in their lives, with episodes that last different lengths of time. It can be hard to explain how depression feels to someone who has not experienced it. One of the most common misunderstandings about depression is that it's similar to feeling sad or down. Although many people with depression feel sadness, it feels much more severe than emotions that come and go in response to life events. The symptoms of depression can last for months or years and can make it difficult or impossible to carry on with daily life. It can disrupt careers, relationships, and daily tasks such as self-care and housework. Many people mistakenly believe that being depressed is a choice, or that they need to have a positive attitude. Friends and loved ones often get frustrated or don't understand why a person can't snap out of it. They may even say that the person has nothing to be depressed about. Depression is a real mental illness. Those who have depression cannot simply decide to stop feeling depressed. Unlike typical sadness or worry, depression feels all-consuming and hopeless. But let's understand what your loved one is feeling like. 1. Depression feels like there is no pleasure or joy in life. It robs people of things they once loved, and for many people, they feel like nothing will bring them joy again. 2. Concentration and focus become much more difficult, which makes any kind of decision-making challenging. Your loved one may describe this as being in a fog, as they are unable to think clearly or follow what is happening around them. 3. For many with depression, it feels like there is no way out. Everything feels hopeless, like there is no light at the end of the tunnel. This can lead to a feeling of failure and worthlessness. In more serious cases, it can lead to suicidal thoughts or actions. 4. For many with depression, it feels like there is no way out. Everything feels hopeless, like there is no light at the end of the tunnel. It often leads to a feeling of failure and worthlessness. In more serious cases, it can lead to suicidal thoughts or actions. 5. Depression also has a significant impact on sleep. This often manifests as trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, frequent nighttime awakening, or feeling tired upon waking despite getting an adequate number of hours of sleep. This can lead to a feeling of exhaustion and low energy, which can prevent people from even being able to get out of bed or perform daily activities like showering, eating, and brushing their teeth. 6. Sometimes depression can be physically painful. It is not unusual for people with depression to feel body aches, headaches, muscle tension, and even nausea. With that in mind, here's how a few people tried defining what depression is like for them. Depression feels like a weight on my chest, which brings me down everywhere I go. Depression is receiving praise at work but still feeling worthless. Depression is the loneliness I feel when I see other couples and families laughing and enjoying their lives. Depression is feeling like I am a failure as a person, family member, and friend. Depression is when I cannot take care of my children because I cannot take care of myself. Depression is not brushing my hair and teeth because I simply cannot move. Depression is smiling when others laugh, hiding behind the fabricated mask and wishing I could just disappear. Depression is my life and shadow, which haunts me every day. Now that you have an idea of what your loved one or someone you care about goes through, you can be there for them. If you have a friend or loved one is dealing with depression, you might be wondering if there are things you should look or listen for. The good news is you don't need to have a great understanding of what depression feels like to you. Just try to be curious about what depression feels like for them. Try to understand it enough so that you stay aware of the symptoms and look for the little things that indicate your loved one is doing well or that they are struggling. What's most important is that we are trying to care for them and we are aware of their struggle. Take care and stay strong. I will be back with another podcast soon.